Hello loves, how is everybody doing? I hope that you're all well. Welcome or welcome back. Today I'm rounding up, see what wants to come through later if anything, but rounding up the conversations around the air element and the mental body. And for each element, as we go through this video series of elemental embodiment, I'm going to provide potential tools, resources in the form of simple practices and perspectives to work with each element. Yesterday, I gave a context and a perspective. And the context of the element is really its quality and how it moves through the body. And the perspective is the original dream, the potential organic dream of that element. Today I'm going to give you a technique and an action. And a technique that I like to use when working with the mental energy and the air energy is a breathwork technique, which is head to heart breathing. Anytime you feel stuck in your head and you have pressure feeling in the head, the thoughts are racing, you're too much stuck in your mind, you can stop and take 10 slow, deep breaths with the intention of gathering up the energy from the head and pouring it down into the heart space. When we can consciously move energy down into the body, the chamber of the heart and the body is much more expansive in terms of a space for the energy to move. So it stops it bouncing around in the mind and the mental plane. So it's very simple and you can do it or adapt it to your own way. But essentially you just close down the physical eyes, center for a moment, it takes 5 minutes if that. Settle on the natural breath and focus on the head space. And really what we're doing here, we're not focusing on what the thoughts are, just focusing on the sensation of overthinking in the mind and focusing on the sensation as energy, a collection of energy. You intend to draw the breath into the head on the inhale, and imagine you can gather on the inhale, sweep and gather all of the energy that's alive in the mental plane. You can gather it all up on the inhale, and as you exhale, you imagine that you can pour that energy down the back of the throat into the heart chamber. So you inhale in to the head, gather it up, gather it up, gather it up, and pour it on the exhale. Imagine it pouring down the back of the throat into the heart chamber. Inhale, gather it up, as if it's like your inhale, your breath is like a magnet that's drawing in all of the energy that's pulsating in the mental plane, drawing it in. And on the exhale, pour it down into the heart space. If you do 10 of those breaths, you will feel a spaciousness in your mind, a clearing, and you've moved that energy, that build-up of energy, into the chamber of the heart and the body where it has room to transmute, to move. And provided you're not making meaning of the thoughts by sticking with them, that will shift the energy from the head into the heart. So that's a simple technique to work with the mind and the air energy through the breath. An action, the action, and we've spoken into this week, but the action to take to facilitate working with air and clearing the mind, balancing the mind and the air element in the body, is observation of the inner voice. So you are becoming the observer of self, and this is an action. It's a conscious, deliberate action that we do, that we take, that we intend as many times as we become conscious. So if you can hold that all day and constantly observe, then fantastic. But a lot of us will, at certain points in conversations and when we're busy, get pulled out, and the mind will be doing what it does, and then we suddenly become aware again. Normally when we don't necessarily feel so good about something, we become aware of what we're thinking and how we're feeling. As soon as we become conscious again in that moment, you just bring it back. Okay, what am I feeling? I observe how what my mind is doing with what's happening or what's being said. I observe how that feels in my body. I observe potentially a pattern or a thought process or a way that we've become fixated or worried about a certain thing. So as soon as we become conscious of anything, you just bring it back into the breath, into the body, and it's awareness. I acknowledge I'm judging that thing. We just bring it back to the energy. The energy of judgment can be brought into the heart, and through that awareness, just through the observation, we start to dismantle the power that negative thoughts have over us, just simply by observing them and questioning them. Is that even true? Is that true for me? Is that real for me right now? So that's two very, very simple things that we can bring in to our day, to our practice with working with air and with the mind. And that's that small share for today. I do have a feeling that there's something else came through to me last night around this. I was just going to sleep. I thought, I'm not getting up again to record, and it's actually gone right now, but that happens all the time. It will come back when it's relevant, but I feel like there may be one more share around this, and then from there we're going to move into the fire element. And the reason that I'm doing this at the moment and sharing this is because elemental embodiment and working with the elements in our body is absolutely key to balance of all sorts, to balance in any area of life, and very deeply working with these essential, powerful forces of nature and how they translate and express through our body. So I'm sending you so much love, whatever you're doing today. Be kind to yourself. Until next time.